And the biologists of the day were wringing their hands going, what's the Everglades going to do without the alligator? Well, I didn't know what they meant then, but I do today. Alligator has to have water. Mate, feed, to regulate its body temperature. And I've talked about our water cycle. What do you think that animal's going to do in January when his stomach hits the dirt and its water's gone? Makes holes, you're right. Water's never very deep here. The distinction between surface water and groundwater is sort of lost in South Florida. You can call it what you will. You're looking at the water table. So the alligator digs a hole, and around the edges of the hole, the elevation's increased because it's piled up debris. Now he's got his water. There are a lot of animals in the Everglades that have to have water in the dry season. They can't dig a hole, so they come to that hole. And then here, yeah, he is waiting, and then here come all the animals that eat those animals. This place is kind of like a big gator hole in the winter. And around the edges, where the elevation is higher, it's drier, and the plant community changes. When you drive down the road and you see these patches of willow trees, we call them willow heads, many of them owe their origin to an alligator responding to the water cycle. So it's made habitat that's critical for many animals, in addition to itself, and it's contributed to this mosaic of plants, what we see in the Everglades. If that's not enough for you, this poor animal, wherever he went, that is troubled in the wet season, in the dry season, is also trouble in the wet season when it lays its eggs. And there's water everywhere, and its eggs have to stay dry. So its nest is a mound. It builds high ground that is ultimately reflected in the plants that grow there. The plants change, contributing to the mosaic, and it becomes a refuge in a time of flood for other animals. So the alligator, in its dance to the water cycle, has created habitat that's valuable for many animals, both in wet season and dry season, and has contributed to this patchwork of plant communities, what we see when we look at the Everglades. That's what the biologists meant when they asked, what is the Everglades going to do without the alligator? Today we have lots of them, but we didn't at one time. They are a biological force of large magnitude in shaping this place, making it look like it looks,